Hey guys, it's Bint here, and in this video I'm just going to say why I left the HF community as a whole and why I won't really be associating with it anymore. I have not played Minecraft HCF, like seriously in a very long time, obviously. Most of my content now is Mario Kart Wii, and it's better and I enjoy it. I do stream it on my Twitch, or if it's just that or just other content in general. I just don't do much Minecraft content anymore. So just the community itself has like a lot of problems with certain people and certain factions. I'm not going to name names in this video, but there are just a lot of idiots in general in the community who think they could just be toxic on a whole new level of something I didn't even think people can bring themselves to. It's just so mean in general, and they do get away with it in most cases because no one really does anything about it. It always has been toxic, well, for most of it anyway, and I started taking HF pretty seriously in 2015, like, or maybe 2016, something like that. I lurked for a little bit and just watched videos of certain content creators, but it's always had, like, looking at the chat, the videos I used to watch, it's always had a problem with, just serious problems with toxicity and like, people who just walk over everyone else, and it just got to the point of almost 4 or 5 years dealing with it. I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. I was done. And I didn't really like the attitude of so much of how people and how they deal with other toxic people, and even now the problem still exists after several things that have happened to maybe reduce it. And props to those who actually have tried to take those steps, but just after all those steps it just comes to a point where, like, you don't want to be there anymore. And I thought, well, this isn't working. This is bad for my mental health. So I wanted to find another game that I did enjoy, which I have, and that's Mario Kart Wii, where not everyone is obnoxious, but there are still there's some bad apples in Mario Kart Wii community, and there's some good apples in the HF community. There aren't very many, but there's still a few of them. And the final reason why I left the community was mainly because, like, most of my best friends in the community, like Korek, HF, or some people refer to him as Freeze, Tezu, Dev, Hagen, and just some other people who I played with pretty much since the start. They just don't play anymore, and they're either just really inactive or they just don't even play at all. I did meet a lot of great people in the HF community. A lot of those people who I did meet just moved on with their lives to other things. Just like playing other games or just not even playing games in general, doing real life things. They're busy with life. Maybe not now because of COVID, but they're busy doing other things mainly. And all my best friends they just gone their separate ways, and I'm stuck here. Like, why should I keep playing when all my friends are gone and the rest of the community are just, or most of the rest of the community are just a bunch of, they just, they just don't care for human emotion, really, which is sickening to me. Now, I'm not saying I didn't have friends, and I still do have friends in the HF community. I actually have a fair amount of them that actually play actively. I do interact with them quite often off the game, but I moved on from HF. And, I did everything I wanted. I did everything I wanted to do. All my friends went their own ways. That's fine with me. I'm moving my other direction, and that kind of moves on to the Mario Kart Wii aspect, where I'm meeting a lot of great people in the community, where I'm actually really good at it. Well, to my standards, that is. Of course, like, I'm pulling my own in time trials, which is a really big thing to me. I got a worldwide top on an extremely tough course, like, tough in the sense that it's just really random, like what could happen to you. So once I figured out that I can be really good at the game, to my standards, I decided to really grind for what I believe I could do really well and on multiple tracks. Also in HCF, it's like night and day where everyone is just like shitting on each other, being rude, where in Mario Kart Wii, most people are willing to help each other and make sure that their driving is better and they become a better player. They help with item usage and lounge and whatnot. It's it's a breath of fresh air where you go into that, and that's partially why I decided to move on from HCF, because I didn't want to deal with the toxicity anymore. And I mean, there's still some bad people in the MKW community, but there are also some good people in the HF community, as I said earlier. But if I had to make a choice between Mario Kart Wii and HCF, I would choose Mario Kart Wii because it's just a better community overall. You know, they're not shitting on you 24/7. You have people that actually care, like they're actually trying to help people get better because it helps them get better because they see what you're doing. They see, oh, this could actually work. They could get their advice and you could work together, and you get a better meta game. Whereas in HGF, you don't really have that people because people like to keep secrets, and I'm not saying it happens all the time, but in the powers community, in the power factions, people share their POVs, and some people teach others how to pot conserve, what to do, and how to not quick drop or something along those lines. But I didn't really pay too much attention to it after a while because, I was never really in it. But if I'm gonna be honest, we don't have many people. We have very, very few who in the HGF community who try to build each other up. It's just most of the time it's just knocking each other down and who could DDoS each other the most to win fights. That's just not something that I want to ever see again. It's really unhealthy for a community that expects quite a lot actually from server owners who they just they work so much just to give a bunch of people who do nothing but bitch, mainly, just to give them a decent experience on their server. And basically, that pretty much wraps it up. Because I've left the HF community because it's still toxic despite several attempts to fix the problem, and I just couldn't take it anymore. Not only that, I did most things I wanted. I made great friends, and most of those friends they're just gone. They don't play anymore. Or they move on to other friend groups, and that's okay. They could do what they want, but it's just left me here, or they moved on to other things, and I still do have people who truly care about me in the HF community, but I just lost interest, and I don't really want to play the game on anymore. Where it's come to a point where you need money to play most servers. And then I moved on from HF because it's just a much cleaner community. Most people they're friendly and genuine, and I actually got really good at it, and I could possibly get a world record by playing it. It's just a better investment of my time because I get things that mean a lot more to me than just some arbitrary cape of some sort. Now, it's not to discredit the owners who make the capes and spend time with them. It's not something that means much to me. And I could get and okay, back to what I was saying. I was interrupted there actually, and I could get things that mean more to me, and I could get a world record, and it's an overall better investment of my time, and with that, people give me feedback on certain tracks, and then with that, I could go help other people by posting my ideas and saying, oh, this works and this doesn't. You don't have that in the HF community where you could share your ideas without just being shot down by some idiot who's like, LOL, XD, die, kill yourself, because people play their way, people play as if it's their way or the highway, and I've said to a couple faction leaders which I was in the past, where I say to them, you could have done this better, or you should have done this, and just their response was like something along the lines of, you're such a stupid fucking Jew. Go kill yourself, fucking idiot retard. Like, why are you with us? It's just really, really depressing to think that people could be that toxic to your own faction members. Someone who's willing to like be with you and do team fights with you. It's just disgusting, really. And I think I ranted long enough. I'll end it here. Now I don't think I'll be playing the game mode anymore because I don't like it anymore. I've I've seen what it's come to and what certain people start to do just to get money. And yeah, thank you for listening, and maybe this will give you a better understanding of why I left HEF, but it's not the game mode for me anymore, and why I think HEF isn't good for me anymore. And yeah, I'll be posting Mario Kart Wii content on my channel of people's personal requests and certain things such as failing PBs or maybe soon to be failing world records, but I'll be streaming them on Twitch most likely, so that will also be in the description. So yeah, thank you for listening. I love you all, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.